To give us an update on the recent weather disturbances and weather outlook, we have with us tonight PAGASA weather specialist Daniel James Villamil. Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening, and to our viewers, as of 4 p.m. this afternoon, the center of the eye of Typhoon Karina was estimated at 550 kilometers north-northwest of Itbayat, Batanes. It is still a typhoon with a maximum sustained winds of 120 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 180 kilometers per hour. It is now outside the Philippine area of responsibility and currently moving west-southwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is still in effect over Batanes. So over these areas, we can still expect gustiness of winds brought about by the typhoon. Typhoon Karina is now less likely to directly bring heavy rainfall over any portion of the country. However, the southwest monsoon or habagat, enhanced by Karina, will bring heavy to intense rainfall over Ilocos region, Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Zambales, and Bataan for tonight, while moderate to heavy rainfall is expected over various localities in the western portion of Luzon from tonight through Saturday. In addition to this impact, severe winds are also expected over some parts of our country due to the enhancement of the southwest monsoon. And as of the moment, there is also a gale warning currently in effect over the seaboards of Batanes, Cagayan, Babuyan Islands, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur. Over these areas, sea travel is risky for small seacraft, and mariners of these vessels are advised to remain in port or seek safe harbor. And as of the moment, we are also monitoring another low pressure area or another weather disturbance inside our area of monitoring. As of 3 p.m. this afternoon, this low pressure area was estimated at 985 kilometers east of southeastern Mindanao. This low pressure area is less likely to develop into a tropical cyclone within the next 24 to 48 hours, and we are not expecting any direct effect of this weather disturbance on any part of our country within the next 3 to 5 days. And that will be all for the weather report for today. Good evening.
Okay, Danielle, there has been a post making the rounds on social media claiming that the volume of rainfall brought about by Karina and the southwest monsoon surpassed that of Ondoy's. Is there any truth to this?
So, based from our analysis, in the first place, it's actually not correct to compare the rainfall of the southwest monsoon episode to that of a rainfall from a tropical cyclone that directly made landfall over central Luzon and passed through this area. So for reference, the rainfall of Ondoy was 300 millimeters of rainfall over a span of 6 hours, wherein the rainfall recorded for the southwest monsoon episode was almost 300 millimeters in a span of 24 hours. So the most recent comparable event that we could compare this southwest monsoon event for 2024 will be the southwest monsoon event from 2012. So essentially 300 millimeters of rainfall over the same amount of time was recorded at that time. So essentially the bottom line is we cannot compare the rainfall of a tropical cyclone passing over the country as compared to the southwest monsoon, which is enhanced by a tropical cyclone.
Okay, taking off from the previous question, how can some of our kababayan validate these information? Does PAGASA have a hotline number that can entertain such inquiries?
Yes, we have our direct lines, we have a direct line over here in our PAGASA Weather Forecasting Center, 8926-4258 po, sir.
Okay, and Danielle, because we are expecting the La Niña phenomenon this year, so is this a preview of what La Niña will be like? Is it going to get worse? Because considering that the damage is always so great and La Niña is expected, what do you think what can actually be done? I mean, by both government and even citizens to be able to, because the damage is so bad and it takes so long to rebuild and to recover. So para bang a lot of time is also wasted. What can we do as individuals and government to be able to make everything better?
For starters, sir, we are our day-to-day operations here in the weather forecasting of PAGASA. We are in constant communication with local stakeholders such as other government units who are first responders such as the Office of Civil Defense, the NDRRMC. We are in constant communication for them. We relay our timely information to them, and so for starters, that is a good first step. And for the onset of La Nina, our latest statement was 70% of onset of La Nina in for next month, for the month of August, September, and October. So for La Nina, the typical characteristic of La Nina here in the country will be more frequent tropical cyclones making landfall, affecting most of our country, because the tropical cyclone formation is nearer than the country as compared to the neutral condition of what we call the El Nino Southern Oscillation.
Okay, thank you so much, Daniel James Villamil, for your time, PAGASA Weather Specialist.